Hi everyone and welcome to our second HTML video, and in this video we'll proceed into discussing about attributes, right? So the first thing that one gets to ask themselves is what is an attribute, right? So an attribute is a special word that we use inside the opening tag of an element, right, to control the behavior of that element, right? So in order for you to control the behavior of an element, upon opening the element, right, say for instance you're opening a paragraph, it's less than sign p, right, in the space, and then you're going to declare your attribute. Then after that you're going to close the opening of the element, and then you put whatever that you want to put, and then you close the element, right? So this is just a special word, or a special, yeah, it's more like in other languages we speak of keywords, right? So this case, this one affects, or it has a certain purpose, it affects the behavior. For instance, you can change the text color, you can change different things, right, in your page, right? So I'd say think of this as a variable. Think of this as variables if you've done other languages, right? So basically a variable has a name and a value. So you have an attribute name and the value associated with that attribute name, but then that attribute name or that keyword affects the behavior of an element, right, based on the value that you provide. And that value is going to be composed of property, right, and the value that you want it to be at, right? And here's the syntax. So basically you just have a tag name, you open the tag name, and then you have an attribute, and after that you close the tag name, then you have whatever text that you want to have, and then you're going to close your tag. You're going to close your tag, right? Cool. So we're going to focus specifically on just the style attribute, right? And what we're going to do is basically a style attribute, it adds to an element. So basically what it does is just modify, you just change maybe for instance how the text look, the size of the text, the font, right? So you can do that, right? And that's what we're gonna do, right? So taking for example, say you want to change the text color, right? So that's the format that you will follow. It's a tag name, then you have the attribute which is composed of a style, that's the keyword that you use, assignment operator or an equal sign, then you have double quotes, and then inside you're going to have the property and the value. So this is you specifying what you want to change. If it's the color, you specify I want to change the color, and then this is the color of what, of the text, and this is the color that I want to change to, right? That's basically it. And then you close, and then you have text. I was supposed to have a closing tag for my element because some elements do work without being closed, but then it's always advisable, it's recommended that you always close your element, right? Cool. So let's quickly create mk dir page, and let's move to that page. There we go. And then vim page dot html, right? Cool. So we're gonna declare our type first, doc type html, then we're gonna open our html. So html, right? Then what we're gonna have is we're gonna have head, and then it's head, and then inside there obviously we're just gonna have the title. So this is title, title. I just love using the name of my YouTube, so you can use your name or any name you want, or this name if you want, but yeah, the choice is yours, right? And then we have that. So let's go to the body, and then we type body, then we have body, right? And then inside we're gonna have heading, and then we're gonna close that heading, right? Say about, right? And then what we want to do there is that we want to add style. So let's add style, So cool. So what we want to do, the properties that we want to change the color, and then we give it red. Then we want to change the font size. Let's give it 50 pixels and we end, right? Cool. And then where's our execution side, browse page? Cool. So that's what we have. It's about, and then you will see the size of this is a bit big, right? So if I was, so basically what I did is I changed the size, I changed the color of the text, and I changed the size, right? So we changed two things, right? The color and the size. So we can do this for the paragraph. Say we go to the paragraph. Cool. We just add the paragraph P, and then we have P, right? Cool. So I am a passionate programmer who loves coding too much. There we go. And then there we go. That's where we are. Cool. So what we want to do, we want to change the style of this, right? So style style, there we go. Color wise, let's make this green. Yeah, green. Font size, let's see what happens if we make it 100, right? Let's see what happens. Provide 100 pixels, right? Yeah, let's check it up and see what happens. There we go. So you see that you changed your text to that much. So this is 100 pixels, and this is that's 50, right? Yeah, 50 pixels, right? So you can see that's what we did. So basically this is you starting to change how your page looks like, right? Just as I mentioned, we're going to be dealing with how our page looks like, right? So what we just did is just we changed the color of the text, then we change the font size. So what I want you to do is to go change the background of the body, right? You have your body, so you can change the background, right? So go use the attribute to change that. So basically this you use inside an element, right? We covered elements, we discussed what elements are previously. So if you didn't manage to understand that, go back and fully understand that, because we're going to keep adding stuff. Then we're going to get to a most interesting part when we have covered enough for JavaScript, where we get to start being a little bit deep, not just doing front end but also the back end of the page, right? But that's it from me, guys, and I shall see you guys next week.